Okay, so now we're going to record. The camera has a unique function where there's a button, a record, stop, pause button, and there's also a still pause button on here. You put it on this, slide this to record, slide this to forward. Everything's fired up. The camera's got a picture on it, and when I push the button on the camera, the tape now records. We're going to record about 10 minutes. And I'm watching it through the viewfinder. Of course, the viewfinder is the only way of looking at the video right now, so we can't see any other things happening. But we will during playback. Now I got two ways of stopping this. I can push the button on the camera, which puts it in pause, or I can let it record. And that what the neat thing about putting the button in pause is that you can be recording and stop the tape momentarily to get another scene, and then continue recording. Or I just slide this to here, the stop, and of course the record button returns back to its off position. And we'll be back. Okay, let's look at some video that I just shot with better lighting on the unit. So let me rewind it a little. Press play. You can see it's alright, so you can see the tape recorder in the viewfinder, and that's the actual tape recorder right there playing back the tape. You can see it in the viewfinder. And if I hit pause, it also pauses the video in the viewfinder. So this setup's pretty neat. I'll take it off of pause. And now it's playing back through the viewfinder. I hold it up. You can see it in the viewfinder. I'll put it back on the table, put the camera back on the table. And it's got a little tripod feet built into it, so it'll stand up on its little own. But the deck does stop, it does rewind, it stops on a dime, goes into play, goes into fast forward, and stops. And there's the tape counter. If I put it into, well, if I put it into rewind, it'll show it moving a lot quicker. And if I put it in the regular play, it does move, but it moves a lot slower. And if you put it in fast forward, it moves a lot faster. So everything works, and it's pretty neat. You know, this was from 1969, so these are the connections on the side. There you can see it a little bit better. It's the power connection. There's the DC power in connection here. This is the camera or TV input connection, and that's your tracking control. Here is a EIAJ camera cable that plugs into the side of the tape deck, and you'll notice the 8-pin connector, the rectangular one on the bottom, that plugged in the back of a monitor. That way you could watch playback on a TV and also record off the TV onto the portable recorder. That cable is now plugged into where the camera was plugged into, and the camera TV switch is pushed up to the TV position. As I don't have a monitor that's old anymore, I just took 2 alligator clips and connected them from 2 of the pins on the rectangular connector to 2 of the pins on the RCA video cable, which is going into a small portable video monitor. So now I'm going to put the unit into play and we can watch it on the monitor. And there you go. That's what was recorded that you were looking at the viewfinder before. Now it's on a monitor. So that's one way of getting the video out. You can put it on pause right here, and the video stops with a picture, and push it up, and you take it off of pause, and the video continues. Pretty cool. And now stop, and there you go. The AVC-3400 Sony video camera that comes with this complete AV-3400 PORTA PAK recording unit is in very good condition. Has a 6-foot camera cable, a Sony TV zoom lens that goes from 12.5 to 75 millimeter, and it has focus and also an iris ring. Comes with a lens cap, built-in microphone, which also provides a speaker, so when you record something and then play it back, you hear it through the camera. These foldable tripod feet are built into the unit. That is so when you're out in the field, you can look at the playback through the viewfinder that's built into the camera. And it gives it on a slight angle for you, which is perfect if you're sitting behind it with the deck here. This is the other side of the camera. And you can see it's in really great shape. Has a pistol grip with a trigger that does the stop and start for when you're recording and for when you're watching a playback. It basically duplicates the still and pause control that's on the tape deck that you can use from the tape deck. And the camera legs fold up when not in use, and there's a tripod mounting screw on the bottom. There's the tripod mounting screw on the bottom, so the camera can be mounted on a tripod via the handle. To conserve power, when the unit is stopped, both the camera and the recorder stop. There's no power to the camera, no power to the recorder. That's to conserve battery life. When you press play, the unit starts up and plays, and then the tube in the camera warms up, and then you'll see a picture within a few seconds. Same thing with recording. If you start off recording from a complete stop, it takes a couple seconds for the camera tube to warm up and to begin taking pictures that you can then see in the viewfinder. The only thing missing, and the only thing I would say that's wrong with this unit, is that the diopter eyepiece that clipped over the back of the unit is missing. The pin is still there, but the unit fell off. It just snaps in right here. And what it is, it's a little rubber eyepiece with a lens in there that when you put your eye up to it, it allows you to focus it to see it. You can still see the picture from the back of there. You don't need the diopter, but if you're holding it right up to your face, it helps to have the diopter there. So there you have the complete AV-3400 camera kit, complete with camera, power supply, and portable recorder, and cable to hook up to a monitor. The camera lid attaches with these two spring-loaded hinge plates, and it closes, and it hinges closed. The hinge latch here is perfectly fine. The hinge latch here fell off. It is just the top portion. The bottom portion is still there, as is this one. The only thing missing is this piece right here, but it still holds the lid securely closed. There's this side of the unit. This is the rear of the unit, which has the old style RF output connector that you could plug into your TV and tune it to channel 3 or 4. The RF transmitter inside here is an option and was not purchased with this unit. And then this is the side that has your power connector, camera or TV connector, the switch, and the tracking control, and then the front of the unit. The bottom of the unit is this. This is the base. This is the bottom. You open this up, and this is where your battery compartment is to plug in a battery, and the instructions for the battery pack, which is a BP20, would plug right up into here. There's a connector for it right on the side here, and you could operate this with a battery pack. And of course all the original Sony information with the video recorder, the AV-3400 and serial number is all in the back. And all 4 feet are present and accounted for. Screw the cover back on. And there you go. Now this is, yes, you saw this here, part of the unit. There you go. Sony Matic portable video recorder, AV-3400. You can plug in an external microphone and do an audio dub. You can put an earphone in there if you want private listening. This shows you the battery condition. Red meaning you're getting near empty, and the silver meaning you're fully charged. And your controls, the rewind, stop, forward, which is play, and fast forward, and the record switch. And of course, the carrying handle. The beauty of this being a portable is it comes in a portable case, so you could take it with you. It's made out of a simulated leather. It's lined, fits over the unit. You can see. Allows you access to the controls. This zips closed and snap, snap. While it's in its camera case, you'll still have access to all the cable connectors on the side. You pop this down, and if you had the camera straps on, wearing this over your shoulder, you have access to all the controls in order to put it into forward, put it into record, and use the camera button to stop and start recording. This is the Sony camera case that everything comes in. When you open it up, there are 7 foam-lined compartments and a foam-lined lid. So the PORTA PAK fits right there. The power supply fits right there. And the camera fits right there. And it comes in, actually, it's a little tray. So the whole camera assembly lifts out, and you can just put it back in the tray. There's other spots underneath there for other cables, batteries, tapes, any other accessories you'd want to bring with you, microphones. There is a little spot on the lid where you can tape a small tripod if you have one. It's actually a little clip, spring-load clips. And here is the cable that plugs into the side of the AV-3400 to allow you to connect it to a monitor. It gives you actually the audio and video out, and it'll bring audio and video in from a monitor TV that accepts this type of connector. So there you go. And all the latches on the case work. It locks perfectly fine. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. The case is in pretty decent shape. The camera case has the Sony logo on the front here, and carrying handles on either side. A recording studio in a box from 1969. The technology was state of the art. 1/2-inch EIAJ Sony AV-3400.